Hello, rock and roll community. Last week, we discussed unpitched percussion in our explorations of music materials. Today, we'll discuss pitched percussion, percussion instruments that play a note or tone. Unpitched percussion instruments, like the drums, shakers, and claves we learned about last week, are great for exploring and playing with raw rhythm and rhythm patterns just by themselves. With no discernible pitch, the player only focuses on the texture and feel of the rhythm they're playing. When we add a pitch into the mix, we add a whole other dimension to music. As we keep another quality of sound in mind, all sorts of questions arise. Which is the right note? Does that mean there are wrong notes? If I play a wrong note, am I wrong? I don't want to make a mistake. At Rock and Roll Daycare, we used pitched percussion to gently transition students from pure rhythm into the world of melodic playing so they can feel comfortable, confident, and successful. Here are a few of the instruments we use. First, our desk bells. Desk or pat bells provide a simple musical mechanism accessible to learners of all skill levels. Using their whole hand, students can easily create clear, clean, and resonant tones on instruments that never need to be tuned. The bells correspond to the 8 notes in the C major scale. That's the same as the white keys on a piano going from C to C, represented here in red. The bells span about 2 feet when laid out in a line. This helps young children feel the distance between notes, what we call intervals in music. Notice how close bells play close notes and far bells play far, distant notes. The bells are color-coded so they can match up with the songs in all of our Fiddle Fox songbooks. By matching the colors on the page to the colors of the bells in front of them, students develop hand, eye, and ear coordination skills, preparing them to play more complex instruments as they get older. Next, we'll talk about glockenspiels. Glockenspiels, or metallophones, are part of the barred instrument family, along with vibraphones, marimbas, and xylophones. Now, xylophones have wooden bars. Xylo comes from the Greek word for wood, so this is not a xylophone, it's a glockenspiel. The rainbow glockenspiels we use also match the sheet music in the Fiddle Fox books and play the same notes as the bells, but just in a much smaller package. Here, instead of the open hand, we use mallets to produce sound. This is still a far distance from using 5 fingers to play piano keys, but it gives children a chance to hone their fine motor skills in a much smaller space. Glockenspiels also provide opportunities to explore intuitive pitched sound vocabulary outside of reading individual notes like slides, step motions, wiggles and waves. And the last step of the bell to piano transition is, of course, the piano. So by coloring the keys with the corresponding color, children are able to apply their bell and glockenspiel practice directly to this instrument, prepping them for a lifetime of music teaching with all 10 fingers. Though pitched percussion instruments can be played at a more advanced level, that by no means discounts toddlers or even older infants from exploring and engaging with the instruments with adult supervision. I hope that you use pitched percussion instruments in your classroom for fun, lasting, meaningful play that helps to connect you, your students, and the music we all love. Have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you next week for the next Tuesday Tools.